I can't believe what Steve Bannon just said about Senator Lindsey Graham. However, once I share this information with you, I have a feeling you'll agree with Steve Bannon. Ukraine says we want to end the war with Russia, then blows up Russia's Crimea Bridge, signaling they definitely don't want to end the war. Plus, it's now been learned that NATO is purposely keeping President Donald Trump in the dark, and it's making him angry. All of this and much, much more. Thank you so much for liking and sharing these videos. It really helps me out, so thank you so much. During peace talks in Istanbul, Russia submitted a formal memorandum to Ukraine proposing terms for a ceasefire and a long-term settlement. The offer demands that Ukraine withdraw its forces from Crimea, Donbass, Zaporozhye, and Kherson territories Russia claims as their own, and officially recognize them as part of the Russian Federation. Ukraine would also be required to adopt a neutral stance, abandon any future bid to join NATO, and prohibit all foreign militaries from having military bases on Ukraine's soil. Other conditions include the demilitarization of Ukraine, strict limits on armed forces, a ban on Nazi-related propaganda, and official status for the Russian language. Russia further seeks legal protection for Russian-speaking citizens, the removal of Western sanctions, and the restoration of trade relations. Now, the proposal includes a 30-day ceasefire following Ukraine's troop withdrawal, leading to local elections and finally a treaty. They want Zelensky out and a vote to happen immediately. Now, Ukraine has dismissed the plan, saying there's no way that they will ever agree to this and then say they want the war to end. However, we know that isn't true, right? Actions speak louder than words, as we say in America. So Ukraine, to their credit, just pulled off another big military move in their never-ending war saga by blowing up a section of the Crimean Russian bridge. Now, this isn't just any bridge. It's the Kerch Bridge, Russia's prized connection from Russia to Crimea, which was built under Putin in 2014. This was also the bridge that was blown up about 2 years ago by a bomb being detonated within a large van. Ukraine's Secret Service planted underwater explosives several months ago in a military operation that was nearly impossible to pull off. Oh, wait, they also did this when they blew up the Nord Stream pipeline and then blamed it on Russia. Now, there's been severe damage done. But here's the thing. This isn't about ending the war. It's just the opposite. Just a few days ago, Ukraine launched a secret mission of drones to take out 1/3 of the Russian Air Force. They blew up planes and bridges and bombers and tanks. This is not what you do when you want peace. This is what you want when you want the backing of other countries to help you go to war. So many are now worried that we're actually going to be dragged into a much larger conflict. And England and Paris and Germany, they're backing Ukraine while President Trump is being held in the dark. Now, I want to show you what the bridge looks like. This is what the bridge looks like. Let me make it a little bit bigger here. And this is a picture of the bridge. It has these pylons that are buried very, very deep into the ocean there. And they swam down and they detonated these and made a huge, huge mess. Now, let me show you what this looks like. So down below in the water, boom, they blew all of those pillars out, and down below, all of this collapsed, while up above, the bridge fell into complete disarray. So it's a total mess. It's going to take a long time to get all of this cleaned up. But let me ask you guys, let me know in the comments, is this how you end a war, or is this how you keep a war going? And why on earth is President Trump being lied to and kept in the dark? Now, speaking of the cost of war, Senator Lindsey Graham secretly flew to Ukraine on his break from Congress. Instead of going back home to South Carolina, where you're supposed to go home and work with your local constituents and state people on how to improve your local state. Instead, he secretly went to Ukraine. It's now been discovered that he spent $411,000 of taxpayer money in just 2 days. And guess who approved his trip and the $400,000 in Ukraine? Senator Lindsey Graham. He approved his own trip and his own use of taxpayer money. Now, this is more than double what he makes in a year. And many are asking, what did you spend this money on? An airplane ticket? A castle? Like, are you getting kickbacks? Why on earth did a 2-day trip cost $411,000? On top of that, while he's visiting Ukraine, there's a massive drone strike that Trump didn't know about, and now a massive bridge bombing that Trump also didn't know about. Now, listen to what Steve Bannon of the War Room told to Chris Cuomo on News Nation. I was shocked, but I actually agree with him. Let's listen to this together, and you let me know what you guys think.
I don't understand how you could want to jail a U.S. senator because he's saying something you don't like.
Because
that sounds like the worst of the deep state.
No, it's absolutely what he's doing. What he's doing over there right now is stirring it up. He's giving the Ukrainians,
but it's not illegal.
He's giving the Ukrainians false hope. He's giving Ukrainians false hope that we're there to support them on engaging Russia in a kinetic conflict, and we are not. President Trump,
so maybe he's wrong.
Of President Trump. Hey,
so maybe he's wrong. But what do you say? Throw him in jail.
Two things ought to happen. Either cancel his passport and don't let him back in the country, or put him in jail if he comes back. Lindsey Graham is stirring it up right now. And people better wake up to the fact that we're getting sucked into this war.
All right. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I, for one, was pretty shocked by this, but I don't disagree. Like, this is an American senator who cares more about the people of Ukraine than the people of South Carolina, more about the borders of Ukraine than the borders of the United States. He was against what Trump was trying to do on the border. He actually wanted to vote with Democrats to allow 5,000 illegal immigrants to flood the country every single day until the military would be, put on high alert on a daily basis. This is a guy who is trying to drag the United States into war. He's directly betraying the president of the United States and the president of his party. This is the president of the Republican Party, the president of the United States, and he's there wasting our money, giving false hope, saying, we're going to back you in a kinetic war, and you should continue to pummel Russia instead of peace deals. Now, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think for sure he needs to be primaried. President Trump needs to immediately pull back his endorsement and bring Mark Lynch in. That's the guy I had on my show. You guys loved him. Almost 500,000 views on that, with over 5,000 comments saying, get this guy in office. I'm bringing him back on the show. We need to replace Lindsey Graham. And I think Steve Bannon is right. If you are for Ukraine, then boom, remove his passport and keep him in Ukraine. And if you come home, then maybe you need to be looked at for the Logan Act, because you are now doing foreign policy negotiation. You are not allowed to do that. You are allowed to negotiate in America on behalf of South Carolina. President Trump is the one with authority to deal with foreign relations. I don't know. I get fired up, man. Lindsey Graham, you waste my money. You waste my time. You are a waste of a vote. I hope he gets voted out. Okay. Let me share some good news with you. I mean, good news to you and me, but bad news for Democrats and CNN. By the way, if I haven't mentioned this already, everything I just shared with you, President Trump was completely kept in the dark by Lindsey Graham. President Trump was kept in the dark on the bombing of the bridge, the secret drone attack on the Air Force of Russia, and everything that they're doing. NATO, we're the #1 contributor to NATO by far. Like, you take the other countries combined, and America spends more taxpayer money than all of them. And the president of the United States is being kept in the dark. Wow. Somebody needs to answer for this. They need to answer for it right now. Okay, let me switch gears with you. Let me share some good news with you. Let's watch a clip from CNN. They hate covering this stuff. I love covering this stuff. Let's watch this together.
After all of the waves, Kate Baldwin, after the last few months, the first 5 months of the Donald Trump presidency, right, the first 4 months of the Donald Trump presidency, that you expect that Democrats would have this massive lead on the economy. It ain't so. It ain't so. The party that is closest to your economic views, in November of 2023, it was the Republicans by 11 points. Now it's still within that range, still within that margin of error, plus 8-point advantage for the Republican Party. How is that possible, Democrats? How is that possible after all the recession fears, after the stock market's been doing all of this, after all the tariffs that Americans are against, and Republicans still hold an 8-point lead on the economy? Are you kidding me? If it was just this one CNN poll, that would be one thing. But take a look at Reuters Ipsos. What do we see here? Party with a better economic plan. Well, in May of 2024, just before Donald Trump was reelected president, Republicans had a 9-point advantage. Look at where we are now in May of 2025. The advantage actually went up by 3 points. Now Republicans have a 12-point advantage when it comes to the party with a better economic plan. And again, this is after months of supposed economic uncertainty, in which the stock market's been going bonkers, in which the tariff wars that Americans are against have been going on. And yet, despite all of that, the Democrats are down by 12 points on the economy. This speaks to Democratic problems on the economy better than basically anything that you could possibly look at. The Republicans still hold an advantage on the all-important key issue of the day, which is the party of the middle class, has been a huge advantage for Democrats. I have polling from NBC going all the way back since 1989, when Democrats had a 23-point advantage. 2016, a 17-point advantage. But by this decade, we already started seeing declines back in 2022, where you saw that Democrats led, but only by 4 points, well within the margin of error. And now in our latest CNN poll among registered voters, which is the party of the middle class, it is tied. This, I think, speaks to Democratic ills more than anything else. They have traditionally been the party of the middle class. No more. Donald Trump and the Republican Party have taken that mantle away, and now a key advantage for Democrats historically has gone adios amigos, and now there is no party that is the party of the middle class. Republicans have completely closed the gap, Kate.
Oh, I love it. I just absolutely love it. Doesn't that make you happy as a MAGA voter? We are crushing it. Listen to this guy. Hell, with all of this economic uncertainty and Trump's crazy financial ideas, could Republicans and most Americans agree with this? It's because, like President Trump said when he kicked off his presidential campaign, the Republican Party has become the party of common sense. That's what the Republican Party is now. They are for the working class. They are for the middle class. They are for the lower income families. They are for keeping America safe, making America great, getting out of foreign wars, rebuilding America, making our schools better, getting trans stupidity out of our schools, out of our sports. The Republican Party has become the party of common sense, and it shows. Look at that. With CNN's viewers up 9%, with Reuters News up 12 points. Are you kidding me? Oh, gosh. And, oh, did you see? Like, boom, 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 boom. Now we're tied. Guess what? They did a new poll where they asked, do you like Trump and his policies? About 50-50. Do you like Trump? Democrats, no. Putting Trump aside, do you like his policies? To the moon. Even if you don't like him, you like what he's doing for the country. And if you do like him, then you love what he's doing for the country. So amazing. All right, now I want to show you a video of cops in real time, karma in real time, busting a crazy lady in Florida that keyed and then pulled out a handgun and started shooting a Tesla. She gets busted in real time. But first, let me tell you about our sponsor. Here's something that helps your body fight back: flavanol in cocoa. Studies show they stimulate stem cells to come out of your bone marrow like bees from a beehive. These stem cells enter your bloodstream and go wherever healing is needed: your heart, liver, skin, you name it. But don't take it from me. Let me show you a clip from Harvard scientist Dr. William Lee that shows exactly what I'm talking about. You are going to absolutely be blown away by this. Let me pull it up on the screen and we will watch it together.
And the answer is yes. First one I want to show you is cacao or chocolate. It turns out that studies have been done where if you take high flavanols and make a hot chocolate out of it, and you drink it just twice a day, 2 cups a day for 30 days, you can start by measuring your stem cells, and this is from 16 subjects, and you can make the stem cell levels go up. This is 2 cups of hot chocolate, of high flavanol hot chocolate, just twice a day. By the way, all of these patients had cardiovascular disease. They had documented blockages in their arteries in their heart, and they could get more stem cells going. A larger study, 20,000 people in Germany, showed that those who ate 7.5 grams of chocolate per day lowered the risk of heart attack or stroke by 39%. It's not the dairy in the chocolate. It's not the sugar in the chocolate. It is that natural chemical in cacao. And that's what we need to be able to do is that, the final product that we're served up by companies isn't necessarily what's good for us. But we need to be able to discern what it is that is actually in the food that might be doing us a favor. Do foods stimulate?
All right. So I'm not talking about the buttery, milky milk chocolate. I'm talking about the specific type of cacao. You can mix it into coffee or protein shakes. It tastes great. Only 20 calories. This isn't your average cocoa. This is a stem cell power up. Now, if you're experiencing significant aging, slow recovery, weak immunity, or just feeling off, blame your lazy stem cells. But guess what? Cocoa flavanol activates them like a fountain of youth in a scoop. Studies show that cocoa flavanol increases stem cell circulation by over 100%. And it doesn't cost a lot of money. I've personally spent over $10,000 on stem cells. Out in Hollywood, you can spend upwards of $40,000. Instead, this high flavanol cocoa powder can naturally support your body's own stem cell production. Now, I'm going to put something here up on the screen. Right now, you can use this QR code or go to blackforestsupplement.com/Steve. Get 40% off for the next 48 hours. They usually sell out, so go grab it right now. I'm going to put a link in the video description as well as the pinned comment. Do your research and check it out. Okay, let me show you this craziness, right? Like, we all want karma to happen in real time. That doesn't always happen. But this woman who absolutely hates Elon Musk and Trump decided she was going to take it out on a Tesla, and she ends up getting busted, like big time busted. And I want to show that to you guys right now. Let's go ahead and bring this up on the screen, and then we will go ahead and we will watch it together. Just keying this car for fun. By the way, this is like a $100,000 Tesla. Oh, keying the car isn't enough. What is this lady thinking? Gunshots ringing out in the air. What an idiot. Oh, here we go.
What's going on, man? morning I was just, in the neighborhood. I'm coming from the store, and I heard this noise, and I wanted to see what was going on.
You heard a noise, you wanted to see what was going on?
Yeah, I heard some loud noises coming from over here.
Were you just...
I'm just going home.
Okay, but this isn't on your way home. This is private property. The owner actually just called us. Reported vandalism to his car. Somebody was keying it.
It's not me. I mean, it's not. I'm just literally just, just walking around the neighborhood.
Okay, but you're on his property right now.
Yeah, because I just want to investigate to see what happened.
You always just walk on strangers' properties?
Well, I mean, I heard something. I just wanted to see what was going on.
Let's take a look over here. Oh, wow. All kinds of key. So you mind telling me what you were actually doing? Are you one of those anti-Elon guys?
Oh, God. I mean...
You don't really like what he's doing in the government? Thought you'd take it out on the Tesla?
I mean, I'm going to admit I don't like him. Yeah, I don't like anything that has to do with him. I mean, but I didn't do that. I'm holding my keys because I'm going home.
Yeah, but why would you just have your keys out in your hand? Why wouldn't they be in your bag if you're carrying groceries? That doesn't make sense.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, don't look at that one. It's got paint on it.
Let me see the bags. All right, man, I'm gonna need you to empty out your purse. The bag on your back.
Oh, she's got to be panicking right now.
I do have stuff in there, but I mean, I have right to have it on.
Oh wow. So assuming this is what you're saying, you have the right to have on you?
Yes. I mean, this is America.
All right, so you've got keys with the paint all over them. A weapon that was clearly used to shoot these holes in it. Hey, stop it right now. Hey, get over here. Stop. Hands behind your back. Down. Really? Thought you were going to outrun me? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
Oh, gosh. Why would this lady do this? She believes she has the right to bear arms, but she also hates Elon Musk and Donald Trump so much that she decided to take her anger out on a Tesla. And if keying it wasn't enough, she needed to put 3 or 4 bullet holes in the side of it. I mean, this is absolute insanity. This is Trump derangement syndrome. This is Elon Musk derangement syndrome. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about this? I'm so glad they caught her in real time. This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. So I wanted to show that to you because it just goes to show, like, this lady went on private property while walking home with her groceries. She's so stirred up and angry that instead of being a free thinker, she's controlled. Elon Musk and President Trump live in her head. They live in her head rent free. And she decides, you know what? I'll drink the poison and hope that they die. I'm going to shoot this Tesla and key it with cameras on the Tesla, cameras on the house, and then tries to lie to the police face. Ay, ay, ay. Let me know what you guys think about that. Speaking of guns, it looks like the Supreme Court has declined to hear Snoop versus Brown on whether AR-15s should be banned. They are kicking it back down to a lower court, but said they may look at it later. But as of right now, it is not worth the Supreme Court's time. Also, Washington Post says we can't figure out why there's such a large drop in fentanyl. Oh, it probably had nothing to do with a 95% reduction in illegal border crossings by President Trump and the U.S. military. Come on, Washington Post, give some credit where credit is due. Also, it looks like the housing market is slowing down, where there's now more buyers than there are houses for sale, which means the real estate market is flipping in favor of buyers. But as of right now, it is actually cheaper to rent in most cities than it is to buy a house because houses went up so much under Joe Biden, on top of the fact that interest rates are sitting around 6.89%. Hey, let me know in the comments, do you rent or do you own? I would like to know that. I'm just kind of curious. Also, do not leave this video without telling me, what do you think about Steve Bannon calling for the arrest and jailing of Senator Lindsey Graham, others saying this fool needs to be primaried, and others saying he can stay, but he better pay back the $411,000 he spent in Ukraine in just 2 days while approving his own trip and approving his own access to American taxpayer petty cash. This dude needs to be primaried and removed. That's just my opinion. I'm going to have Mark Lynch on again so that we can talk about how to get Lindsey Graham out of office. Please, Donald Trump and others that watch my show, revoke your endorsement of Lindsey Graham. He is a fool. He has betrayed you multiple times. Do not be stupid. Remove your endorsement of Lindsey Graham. All right. A bunch of you hit that subscribe button last night. You got me to almost 1.97 million subscribers. Come on. Let's get this thing over the finish line at 2 million. I love it. Come on. I want to be your source of truth and news, and I appreciate you guys trusting me to do that. I love you. Stay amazing, and I will see you on the next video.